Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anne. On today's tutorial, we are making this gorgeous hooded cropped cardigan. It's very easy to make and it's very beginner friendly. We're going to start by taking the measurement from the top of our shoulders up to our waist. That is the length we are going to use. We are going to start by making our back panels, then we make our two front panels, and then we make our sleeve, and the final part of our tutorial is going to be the buttons. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We'll be using this chunky yarn. It's Robin, 100% acrylic. You need 2 packs of these. You'll also be using a 3.5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a tape measure. We'll start by making a slip stitch. After you make a slip stitch, you're going to make your chain of 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After you've chained your chain of 60, you're going to take your tape measure and measure your chain. And your chain should measure up to 16 inches. We're going to start our first row. You're going to chain 1, 2, and on the third chain from the hook, you're going to make a half double crochet. And on the next stitch, make a half double crochet. On the next stitch, make a half double crochet. Keep making half double crochet until you have 16 stitches left. We are back at this point. We have 16 stitches left. We are going to be making single crochets on these stitches. Put a stitch marker on the very first single crochet you make so that you don't miss it. And keep making single crochets. Repeat this until you get to the end of your row. We are done with our very first row. We are going to move on to our second row. You're going to chain 1. And on the back loop of your single crochet, you're going to make single crochet. On every back loop, make a single crochet. Repeat this until you get to this point where you placed your stitch marker. Remove your stitch marker and ensure to always mark up this stitch so that you don't miss any stitch. We are going to move on with the next part of our work, and we are just going to be making back loop half double crochets. So repeat back loop half double crochets until you get to the end of your row. I'll meet you guys there. We are done with our second row, and this is what you should have. So our work is going to be a repeat of this row 2 until you have a total number of 48 rows, and I will meet you guys after that. We are done with our back panel, and this is what you should have. I have a total number of 48 rows, and my back panel measures up to 19 inches. So we are going to start making our front panel the same way we've started our back panel. But for our front panel, I've made one already. So for our front panel, we are stopping our work at 18 rows on each side. I'm going to make a second one matching this one, which will also have a total number of 18. rows. I'll meet you guys once you've made both of your front panel. We are done with both our front panel and I want us to join them to our back panel. But before we do that, we're going to start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. When you get to your 18th row on your back panel, put a stitch marker. Count the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then you put a stitch marker. And this is what you should have. We are going to leave some space in the middle, and that is going to be around 6 inches. In the middle of our work, we have a total number of 12 rows. So when you add everything together, we are going to have a total number of 48 rows. We are going to start joining our work on our back panel, but since we are making a cropped hooded jacket, we want to leave enough space for our hooded area because we are going to add our hood on top. We're going to count 1 up to 9 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are going to be joining our work there. And you count at the back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we are going to join these 9 rows together. We are leaving this open so that we can have enough space to attach our hood. We are going to do the same thing on this other side as well. So count 1 up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you get to your 9th row, put a stitch marker there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put a stitch marker there as well. And this is what you are going to have. We are going to attach our work together. So take your yarn and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook on one corner of your work and pull through. In the same stitch, insert your hook, make a single crochet. In the same stitch, make another single crochet. We are going to move on to the next row. Make a single crochet into the next one. Make single crochet. We are making 2 single crochets in every row that we join together. We are done attaching our work. We are just going to cut off our yarn and pull through. You're going to repeat the same thing on this other side, and I'll meet you guys after you've joined everything together. We've joined both of our sides. We are going to start working our sleeve, and for you to do that, you're going to count from the shoulder 1 up to 32, put a stitch marker, count the other side as well, 1 up to 32, put a stitch marker. And then we're going to start by joining our sides together. We are going to start joining our work on the sides from the bottom of our work. So insert your hook and make your very first stitch. And in the same stitch, insert your hook and make a single crochet In the same stitch, in the next stitch, insert your hook and make a single crochet. So you're going to keep joining your work using single crochet until you get to this point where you placed your stitch markers. I'll meet you guys there. We are on our last stitch. Before we get to the place where we placed our stitch marker, we are going to make our last single crochet. Then remove your stitch marker and don't cut off your yarn. We are going to chain 1, 2, and in the same stitch make a half double crochet. Then in the next stitch make a half double crochet. In the next stitch make a half double crochet, half double crochet, half double crochet. And remember, we are working through both of our loops, just like this. And we are still working on the wrong side of our work. So repeat this until you get to the shoulder area. I'll meet you guys there. We are at the shoulder joining area. You're going to insert your hook on that space right there. Pull through your yarn and make your half double crochet, and that is going to lead us on this other side. And we are just continuing with the same sequence. So in every stitch that is available, we are just going to be making half double crochet in every stitch. So repeat this until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are done with this first row. We are at the starting point. We are not going to join our work. You're going to count your stitches. Since you left 32 stitches on both sides, you should have around 64 half double crochet, but you're going to include this extra one, the shoulder one. That is going to be 65, and then the extra ones here at the edge. So that is going to be around 67. We're going to turn our work since we were working on the wrong side of our work. So turn your work to the right side. We are going to chain 1, 2, and we are going to be making back loop half double crochet in every stitch. So this row, from this row going forward, we are working back loop, half double crochets in every stitch. So you're going to repeat this until you get to this point, and then I'll meet you guys after that. We are done with our second row, and this is what you should have. So our work is going to be a repeat of row 2 until we have a total number of 34 rows. And remember, we are not joining our work when we get to this point. We are just turning our work and we are continuing the same sequence. So I'll meet you guys after you've made a total number of 34 rows, and we'll move on from there. We are done with our rows. We have a total number of 34 rows. Don't cut off your yarn after you're done with your rows. We are going to start making our curve. Start by making a chain of 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. After you've chained 18, you're going to chain one more, and on the second chain from the hook, you're going to start making single crochet. keep making single crochet until you get to this point. When you get to this point, we are going to skip one stitch, and in the next stitch we are going to make a slip stitch. In the next one, make a slip stitch. In the next one, make a slip stitch, and in the next one, make a slip stitch. So we've skipped one stitch and made slip stitches in the next 4 stitches. You're going to take your stitch marker and you're going to mark the last stitch that you made so that you don't miss it. After you're done with your slip stitches, you're going to turn your work this way, and on this marked stitch you're going to make back loop, single crochet, remove your stitch marker and mark that stitch. After that, we are just going to keep making back loop, single crochet like usual. We are at the end of our second row. We are going to start our third row. You're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then you're just going to keep making back loop, single crochet like you did on the second row. Repeat that until you get to this point. We are at this last stitch. Put your stitch marker on that stitch, and then we are going to continue with our work. Skip one stitch, this stitch, and in the next 4 stitches make slip stitches. 2, 3, 4, and then turn your work this way and make back loop, single crochets like that. You're going to repeat this until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are done. We are at the end of our row. We only have like 2 stitches. Let's remove this stitch marker and put it right here. On these 2 stitches, you're going to skip one stitch, and in the last one, you make a slip stitch. After that, you're just going to turn your work and make your final row of back loop, single crochets. Repeat this until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are at the end of our row. Now we are going to join our sleeve together. We are going to insert your hook on the opposite side of your work. And then we are going to go through our back loop on this side. And in the same stitch, make a single crochet. So we are going to be going through back loop and both loops on the other side. Back loop and both loops on the other side. Back loop and both loops on the other side. So repeat this until you get to the half double crochet part. We are at the half double crochet part. When you get to this part, we are making 2 single crochet in every half double crochet row, like that. And ensure everything is aligned on both sides. And remember, we are joining our work on the wrong side, so ensure that you don't miss that. So repeat this until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are at the end. We're going to make our final stitches, 2 single crochet, then you make a slip stitch, chain 1, and cut off your yarn. And this is what you should have. Remember, we are doing this on the wrong side of our work. You're going to repeat the same thing on the other side of your sleeve, and I will meet you guys after that. I want us to start preparing the place where we are going to place our hood. So remember the shoulder area where I joined 9 rows on this side and 9 rows on the back side. So right now I want to join 3 more rows on the shoulder area. I did leave a long tail of yarn just because I wasn't sure how much space I'll need for my hood. So remember our front panel had 18 rows. So 18 minus 9, we have 9 rows remaining. So on those 9, I'm going to add 3 more rows. So we will have joined up to 12 rows. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just going to undo this really quick. And then we are just going to pick our work from here. So we are only joining 3 more rows. And we are joining using 2 single crochet in every row, like we did these ones. We are just really continuing the same sequence. My yarn is not long enough, so I'm going to add more yarn. We have added new yarn, so we're going to join our last rows together. We are making 2 single crochet in this stitch, and don't worry about the joining yarn, it's on the wrong side. We are going to get rid of it. So I'm just going to make my final one, and then I'm going to chain 1, 2 and cut off my yarn. I'm going to do the same thing I've done on this side, on this other side as well. So this is going to be the space that we are going to add our hood. So at the back here, we have a total number of 24 rows. And at the front, we have 6 rows on this side and 6 rows on this side. That is going to give us a total of 36 rows in total. We are just going to make single crochet around our neckline. So let's do that. Take your yarn, make a slip stitch, and we are going to turn our work into the right side first. Once you turn your work to the right side, we are going to attach our yarn at this point using a slip stitch like usual. Now, once you do that, in this stitch, we are going to be making 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and in the next stitch, 2 single crochet in each row. In the next stitch, 2 single crochets as well in the same stitch. In the next stitch, 2 single crochets as well. We are at this joining part. This is the joining part. First, I'm going to remove my stitch marker since we don't need it anymore. At this joining part, I'm going to be placing 2 single crochet in the same spot, like that. Should have something like that, and then it's going to lead us to our next row, which is a half double crochet row. So we're just placing 2 single crochet in every stitch, 2 single crochet in every row. So we are going to be repeating this until we get to this point, and then I'll meet you guys after that. This is what you should have once you are done with your single crochet. We are going to count our single crochet. For me, I have a total number of 76 single crochet. We are going to get started on making our hood. To make our hood, we are going to start by taking the head circumference, and then once you do that, you're going to measure from the top of your head up to where your shoulder is, and the number you get there is the number you're going to use when you're starting this chain. So for me, the number that I got is 12 inches. So I'm going to start by making a chain of 45. Or a chain that is equivalent to 12 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So this is our chain of 45. It's equivalent to 12 inches without stretching it. Anyway, we are going to start off our very first row, and you're going to make a chain of 1, 2, and in the third chain from the hook, you're going to make a half double crochet. In the next chain, make a half double crochet. In the next chain, make a half double crochet. You're going to repeat this until you get to the end of our row. We are at the end of our first row. You should have a total number of 45 stitches. We're going to move on to our second row. You're going to chain 1, 2, and then you're going to be working back loop, half double crochets. Repeat this until you are at the end of your row. We are at the end of row 2. So you're going to repeat row 2 until you have a total number of 14 rows, and I'm going to meet you guys after that. We are done with our 14 rows. So we are going to move on to row 15. Row 15, from row 15 up to row 21, it's going to be a little bit different. So you're going to start your work by making a chain of 1, 2. After you chain 1, 2, you're going to skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch, you're going to make back loop, half double crochet. This is going to be our decreased stitch. So put a stitch marker on that stitch with decreased, and then we are just going to continue making back loop, half double crochet. When you get to this part, chain 2, continue the same sequence, but I will meet you guys at this point when we have 2 stitches left. We are back at this point. We have 2 stitches left. We are going to make a single crochet, a half double crochet on that stitch, just like that. And then we're going to skip that stitch. We're going to move on to our next row. Chain 2, skip this stitch, and make a half double crochet in the next stitch. And put a stitch marker on that stitch so that you don't miss it. We are going to continue decreasing until you get to row 21, and I will meet you guys after that. We are done with row 21, and this is what you should have. You're going to make a matching panel to this. So first things first, you're going to measure this panel, and my panel measures up to 9 inches. You're going to make another one that is also measures up to 9 inches. We are done with both of our panels, and this is what you should have. We're going to join them together, and don't cut off your yarn. we are going to work like this. We're going to join them like this and then like this. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to start our very first row, and we're going to be joining our work using single crochets, just like that. So keep doing this until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. So we are going to join this way as well. So we are going to be placing single crochet in every row. Let's remove this stitch marker. We don't need it anymore. And ensure both of your rows, they match up on both sides so that you don't have any extra stitches or any stitches laying around unattended to. We are at the crown of our head now, and then we'll just keep repeating the same thing. Single crochet in every stitch. Single crochet, just like that. Repeat this until you get to this point. We are at the end of our row. We're going to make slip stitches and then cut off our yarn. Turn it to your right side. We are going to start attaching our work at this point. And on this first row, we are going to make 2 single crochet. In the next row, make 2 single crochet. In the next row, make 2 single crochets. So we are making single crochet, 2 single crochet in every row. By the end of our row of single crochet, we should have a total number of 84 single crochets. Okay, I'll meet you guys after you're done with that. So we are done with our row of single crochet. On the hooded area, we have a total number of 84 single crochet on the hood. On the sweater, we have a total number of 76 single crochet. So on the hood, we have an excess amount of 8 single crochets. We're just going to ensure we fit them somewhere around our sweater. If the excess stitches bother you, what you're going to do, you can undo 1 row on the shoulder area, 1 row on this side and 1 row on the other side of your shoulder, and then you're going to have equal number of stitches on the hood and on the sweater. Okay, anyway, we are going to start joining our work together. To join our work, ensure we are joining on the wrong side of our work. We're going to insert your hook on this stitch, make a single crochet, insert your hook on the next stitch, and in the first stitch that you made a single crochet, you're going to insert your stitch in that stitch. That way we've already gotten rid of 1 extra stitch, so we have 7 more to go. Anyway, we are going to be joining our work using single crochet. So insert your hook on this stitch and insert your hook on the next stitch, set on the opposite stitch, And for the extra stitches, we are just fitting them randomly somewhere. And then I'm going to fix my extra stitch somewhere here. So I'm going to insert it in the same stitch on the opposite side, like that. So we have 2 extra stitches gone. So we are going to repeat this. I'll meet you guys at the end of our row. We are on our very last stitch. We are going to fit in our last stitches, single crochet, chain 1, 2, and cut off your yarn. And this is what your work should look like on the right side. You should try it on to see if everything fits perfectly. So we are going to make our front ribbing, and before you do that, you're going to count all the stitches around your sweater. So for our hood, this top part, we have 45 stitches on this side, 45 stitches on the other side as well. So you're going to take 45 plus 45, and then you count the bottom of the sweater. We have 60 stitches on both sides, so you're going to take 60 plus 60. That is going to give us what? It's going to give us 90. It's going to give us 120 plus 90. That is going to give us 210. We're going to add 6 extra stitches for the joining part. So on this side where we started joining our hood, 2 stitches. On the top part here, 2 stitches. And on this other side, 2 stitches. So we are going to have 210 plus 6. That's going to give us 216 stitches. Okay? So those are the stitches that you are going to have around your sweater. So once you get that number, we are going to start making our front ribbing. And for our front ribbing, you're going to take your yarn, make a slip stitch. Once you make a slip stitch, you're going to make a chain of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once you make a chain of 12, you're going to chain 1, and on the second chain from the hook, you are going to make a single crochet. We are done with our first row. To move on to our second row, you're going to chain 1. On the first stitch, you're going to make back loop, single crochet. So repeat this until you get to the end of your row. So you're going to be repeating back loop, single crochet until you have a total number of 150 rows. I repeated my back loop, single crochet until I got to row 156. I added the 6 rows because I want to include all these corners on this side of my ribbon. We are going to start making our buttonholes on the remaining number of rows, which is 60 rows. So you're going to start by making a chain of 1 and then making 5 single crochets, then chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, skipping 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitches make your normal back loop, single crochets. Then you're going to put your stitch marker on this first row and this is going to be our very first buttonhole. I want us to have 4 buttonholes. So from this row, we are going to start counting this row as row 1. So from this row 1, we are going to make 14 rows. So this is 1, 2, and then we'll continue like that until we have 14 rows. After you've made 14 rows, I'm going to meet you guys after that. We've made a total number of 14 rows. So we are going to start off on our next round. Our next buttonhole space. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you've made back loop single crochet 5, chain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the next one make 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to start counting up to 14 rows from this first row. You're going to repeat this until you have 4 buttonholes, and then I'll meet you guys after you're done with your 4 buttonholes, and we'll proceed from there. Just repeat the same sequence. So we are done making our ribbing, and we've made 4 buttonholes. So before we attach our ribbing to our sweater, we are going to be making single crochets around our sweater. We are just going to make single crochet in every stitch, and when you reach in these corners, you're going to be making 2 single crochets in the corner. So this first corner and this second corner and this other corner, so that the work can look seamless. Okay, so now that's what we are going to do. So make single crochet all around your sweater like I am doing until you get to the end here, and then I'll meet you guys from there. We are done with our single crochets around our sweater. So we are going to start making single crochet around our ribbing. So by the end of your ribbing, you should have an equal number of single crochets that you have on your sweater. And we are making single crochet in every row. So just repeat the same thing, nothing fancy really. We are done with our row of single crochet on our ribbing. So we're going to start attaching our ribbing to our sweater. Don't cut off your yarn once you're done making your single crochet. You're going to insert your hook on this stitch, and you're going to insert your hook on the first stitch on the other side and make a single crochet. You're going to go through the same stitch again just to ensure everything is nice, and then after that we are going to be working on our back loop on the next stitch, but on the stitches on our sweater we are working on both loops. Back loop, both loops, back loop, both loops, and you should have this kind of ribbing. So you're going to repeat this until you get to the end here, and then I'll meet you guys after that. We are done attaching our ribbing and everything fits comfortably. So we are going to start adding our buttons, and these are my buttons. I have 4 of these. So we're going to be using our darning needle to add our buttons. So I'm going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th stitch is where I'm going to insert my darning needle, just like that. After that, I'm going to insert my button right there. and we're just going to be sewing our buttons. So we are trying to ensure that our button fits in the middle. Like that. Then we're going to go through the same thing. So we are going to be fitting our buttons on the three stitches in the middle. You remember here we were chaining 3. So on this side we're trying to fit our button on the 3 stitches in the middle, the one that is equivalent to the chain 3 on the opposite side. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, you're just going to sew, nothing fancy. So just keep sewing until your button fits comfortably. And ensure you're not missing any stitches. So repeat this. I'll meet you guys after you're done. We are done. We are going to cut off our yarn. We're going to leave off our long tail, and then you're going to close it off like that. And then you're just going to ensure your button fits the buttonhole comfortably, and that's it. So I've already made 2 more buttons. I have 1 more to go. We are officially done with our sweater. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe and let me know what you think in the comment down below. Have a good day. Bye bye.